All right. Hey, Pilates people. Welcome to Connect and Move. My name is Jessica. Today, we're going to be doing a tower flow. No real focus for today, just kind of a full body, all spinal movements today kind of flow. Josie, she's going to be my lovely body. She's going to honor her body as well as you, pretty please. So for tower today, we will need, I think, everything except the rollback bar. And then if you need a pad for kneeling, go ahead and grab it. Otherwise, let's have your push through bar set up sprung from above. And then if you have a foot strap at the end of your tower, go ahead and grab it. And then you're gonna hook your feet underneath that strap. And we're gonna be seated facing, I guess, whichever way your strap is. So let's go ahead and get you set up. So seated, feet hooked under. Alrighty, so make sure that when you're seated here that the strap is nice and taut. So kind of wiggle yourself back a little bit and find a strong flex of your feet. And then again, make sure the strap is more like in the ankle crease as opposed to like the top of the foot. So you can have your hands just down by your side for a moment here and just, in fact, with your hands down by your side, push into them and just feel the lift up through the crown of the head. And then look at your toes here and just see that your feet look pretty uniform, right? So if there was a wall up against your feet there would be equal placement, right, between both feet, all right? So they're flexed right now. Your heels are reaching away from your hips. And now all I want you to do is just curl the toes. Yep, just curl the toes and then lift the toes up. Good. Curl the toes and then lift the toes up. Now, when you curl the toes, can you still keep the tops of your feet pulling back towards your shins? Yeah. A little bit harder, right? You might feel a little bit more like muscles kick on in like your shin bone at the top of your foot when you do that. How's that left big toe? Is it not curling as much?
No.
I feel like doing stuff like this with the feet hurts my brain more than anything because you're just looking and you're telling it to do something and it's not. So go ahead, lift the toes back up. So again, your feet stay flexed here. Find your inner thighs and now just reach the arms out in front of you. There you go. Take a big, big breath in and then on your exhale, start to roll your pelvis away from your thighs and then roll back. Keep the energy going out through your heels, the toes looking up to the ceiling. You're going to go all the way back, all the way back. There you go. Once your head hits the mat, just take the arms back behind you. Take a big, big breath in. Just find a good morning stretch. And then on your exhale, pick the arms back up. There you go. Think of like pulling apart on a bar here. And then on your next exhale, you're going to roll yourself all the way up, pin those heels down, go up and over. Grab onto your legs if you got to. Just be mindful of the bar here, right? Up and over. Keep pulling the toes back to your shins. Good. And then when you're ready, go ahead and roll yourself back like you're being steamrolled back. Back of the legs press down. Pelvis rolls back. Good. Go all the way back, back, back. Arms reach back. Beautiful. Arms pick back up. Find the broad collarbone. Use your exhale to roll yourself up and over. Think ribs back, chest forward. Up and over. Find a stretch here at the top. Good. Again, roll yourself back, round back, round back, round back. Good. Arms reach back behind you. Again, allow the ribs to flare if it feels good. And now pick the arms back up. Place them down by your sides. Actually, like hug them into your sides like you're a penguin. So palms are kind of pressing into your hips or your thighs here. Now take a big breath in. And then on your exhale now, just go ahead and lift the weight of your head up and come up like to the tips of your shoulder blades. Yes. And then just press your arms into your center line. And I just want you to take some big, deep breaths here. And each time you go for that exhale, hug your arms into your side. Think of your body hugging itself right now. You're just trying to get really tight. Toes are still pulling back. Heels are still pinning down. Take another big breath in. There you go. And then exhale out all of the breath, all of the breath, all of the breath. Good. And then just lower everything all the way down. Down, down. Perfect. Good. Go ahead and slip your feet out of the strap. Hug your knees into your chest. Release any tension if you had any. And now you're going to place your feet up here on your push through bar. And then just go ahead and pull it down and into you and just press it down. Yep. So, and I forgot to, we're perfectly set up. So the bar should right now with your legs straight just be in line with your upright. So let's find a Pilates V. All 10 toes may not be on because I really want you to have a good connection with the balls of your feet. Good. Your arms are just reaching down and into the mat. We're just gonna do a little variation on footwork here. So start to feel that press down into the bar, and now bend your knees, pull the bar into you to that point where it feels like it wants to lift up, and then press it back down and away. Good, yep, again. Think of your heels just staying lifted, right? But your inner ankle bones hugging together. And as you do this back and forth, what I really want you to take note of is there any shift in your toes? Meaning, are we rolling out, rolling in? Or are we keeping connected? Yes. Your feet just got way more stable after that, yeah. Even though you can't even see what's going on, but yeah, yep. Good, do one more here. Keep the downward energy, right? Good, and then go ahead and press the bar back out, and now shift onto your arches. Find parallel, either be legs zipped up together or slightly apart. So how we do on the foot bar is the heels are reaching down and under. So I want you to challenge yourself to not only have the toes reaching up and over, but the heels reaching down and under. Super hard. So now go ahead and bend your knees, pull the bar into, keep driving the heels down though. And then press the bar away. Good. Heels reach down and under as you pull the bar in, and then press it away. It's really hard because you feel like the bar is gonna slip, right? But there's a big heel to seat connection, right? So as the heels reach down, you're still trying to pull them to your seat. Remember, your collarbone is broad, the arms are still reaching, all those things still apply. Let's do two more here. Last one. Keep working into the back of the legs. Good, press the carriage out, or sorry, press the bar out. And now we're not gonna stay here long, so just bear with me. You're gonna shift onto your heels. So it's gotta be on the bottoms of your heels, or kind of the back of the heels, because otherwise the sucker would slip away, depending on the bar that you have. So heels are on, feet are flexed. You gotta obviously push down, because otherwise the bar is gonna slide all over the place. Yep, so get your perfect position. Find your inner thighs. And now pull the bar to you and then press it away. Good, both kneecaps are just looking straight up to the ceiling. I feel like the scariest thing about this is just, is it gonna fly off and make a bunch of noise, or is it gonna hit me somewhere?
My toes are being crazy.
The toes are thinking, yeah. Good, yep, think toes just looking up to the ceiling, tops of the feet pulling back towards your shins. Good, and you're just digging those heels down, almost like you're digging them into sand. Let's do two more here. It's creaking. Last one. Good, press the carriage away or the pedal out, whatever you wanna call it. Now come down onto your toes again. There we go, and now find that Pilates V again. Find equal weight across the balls of the feet. Good, and now float your right leg straight up to the ceiling. Left leg is not gonna move, and make sure, right, the toes are not gonna move as well. Now, the right leg, you're gonna cross the body, lower the leg down and around, circle it around, and then back up. So the focus for this one is your standing leg, your stable leg. The push through bar is not working or not moving. So then that's gonna govern or tell you how big you can make the circles with your right leg. Next time your leg is up at 90, you're gonna pause, and then we're gonna reverse the circles. So it's like, how big can you make the circle without your left leg shifting all over the place, or without the push through bar moving? Arms are weighted, right? You're trying to connect the entire back of the arm to the mat. And for me personally, I gotta really think about pressing the big ball of my foot down. Yeah, so that's gonna find that inner thigh a little bit more. So last circle here. Good, bring it up, perfect. And then lengthen it as it comes all the way down. There you go. Good, get yourself set up on your right leg. Bring your left leg straight up to the ceiling. Feel like your left hip is going to your right inner thigh the whole time. And then you do those circles. We cross the body, circle it down and around. And because you have this great feedback from the bar, it's gonna tell you where you kind of like lose the connection of your bottom leg. There you go, think of tracing the left toes across the room. Good, let's do two more here. So much focus. Shh. Good. Next time the leg is up at 90, pause, just check all your Pilates boxes, and then we reverse. Does this leg feel more stable? Yeah, it looks solid, like it's not moving at all. But it's the same on my left leg. My left leg wants to turn out. It's my tighter hip. My inner thighs are just not at the party. Good, last one here. Challenge yourself to go even bigger with that circle, but again, keeping your right leg stable. Good, and now we take the leg all the way down. Yep, so going all the way down. Find, once again, the big balls or the balls of your feet connected. Good, reach the arms up to the ceiling. Take a big breath in, and then on your exhale, go ahead and curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Arms reach to the bar here. Good, so now the bar is not gonna move. The toes are not gonna move. Start pumping your arms here for your 100. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So you have a great visual of what your feet are doing, right? So are they shifting or are they staying hugging in? There you go. Now could you make your pumps a little bit bigger and then keep that downward energy through the back of the legs, almost like they're trying to touch the mat here. There you go. Think fingertips forward, belly pulling back. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Lower everything down. Go ahead and reach the arms back behind you. Just again, take that big good morning stretch. And now bend your knees, float the bar up with control, of course. Good. Just to where the spring closes, and then just go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. Just hug your knees in. Good. Maybe a little rock from side to side. All right, so from here, you're gonna take your feet back onto the bar. So come back onto kind of like the arches a little bit, and you're in parallel. Arms are just long down by your side. Good, go ahead and straighten your legs. Hopefully by now we've got a good back of the leg connection. So find the anchoring down through the arms, and then on your next exhale, start to curl the hips under and roll the hips up into bridge. So really feel like you're pushing the pedal away or the bar away. And now that you've got this nice visual, feel that like those inner thighs are hugging in, the feet aren't rolling out. And now from here, just soften down through the chest and then melt your spine all the way down. Keep pushing out through the feet. Good. Once your tailbone releases fully at the bottom, go ahead and roll the hips back up. We've already done enough kind of push through and outs here, so we're just gonna go right up into our bridge. There you go. And then lengthen all the way down. Think crown of the head reaching to the wall behind you, hips going in the opposite direction. Eyes, yeah, you saw that. Yep, good. Again, roll the hips up. What's great about this is you can really see, like when we go into hip extension, it wants to turn out, but then we got to find our inner thighs to stay parallel. So go ahead and roll down one last time. Just find that low back massage. Good. Release the tailbone fully at the bottom, and then go ahead and roll yourself back up. Okay, so from here, I want you to try to stabilize the pelvis. Arms are anchored, and now place your right foot into the mat. So it's gonna, the knee's gonna bend, or whichever one, yep. All right, so foot's into the mat here. Find that you're pulling that right foot to your seat and you're driving your pubic bone up higher than your two hip points. Again, pelvis is gonna stay stable. Now with the left leg, you're gonna pull the pedal, I'm just gonna call it pedal for today, it's gonna happen. Pull the pedal down and through. Now keep driving your hip up, there you go. And now pull the pedal into you and then press it back up. There you go. So again, find your inner thighs, think big toe reaching up and over. And then back through. And if you're there by yourself and you're like, well, I don't know what my hip is doing. Sometimes I like take my hand and place it underneath my left butt cheek and just feel as my hip dropping. Yep. So we're going into big hip extension there at the bottom. Last one here. This is your propulsion. This is you walking right here. Good. And then back up and through. Push the pedal up. Good. Shift the weight a little bit. Take your right foot up. There you go. Smooth like butter. And then place your left foot down. Feel that this heel is pulling into your seat. The chest is kind of soft. And now pull the pedal down and in. There you go. And then push it away. So really feel this opening here. There's your pelvic lift from your reformer. There you go. Or your leg springs in the air, which we will do later. It kind of feels good though when you press it down and through. Yeah, there's a really lovely like hip thigh stretch there. Yeah, so fight for that. All while keeping the neck relaxed, right? The arms are just anchored. There you go. Find those inner thighs. Think big toe reaching up and over. There you go. Good. Good, do one more here. Good, and then back up and through. Perfect, and now take your right foot down to the mat. Yep, so we're done with the bar, and then just melt down, roll down, roll down. Beautiful, take your feet wide on the mat. So keep your knees bent, yeah, there you go, and just drop your knees off to the right. Look over your left shoulder, just find a good twist. So one thing my body craves after a bridge. And then lift your knees up and over to the other side, and then look over the opposite shoulder. And just breathe down that whole right line. And then on your next exhale, go ahead and bring your legs back to center, and go ahead and now straighten your legs back out onto the mat. Yep, so flex your feet. Just be mindful of the push through bar, reach the arms up to the ceiling, take a big breath in, and then on your exhale, you're gonna roll yourself all the way up and over. And now we're gonna take away the push through bar. So we're gonna take away that spring, and we're gonna hook up your arm springs, maybe like just below shoulder height. All right, so with your arm springs set up, again, they're kind of like just below shoulder height. If when we get to kneeling, you find that they're just doing too much rubbing, then you can always adjust, right? So starting with your feet kind of close to the edge of your mat, we're gonna do some rowing back, just like we do from the reformer. So legs are zipped up. If you have that strap at the end, you could always hook your feet around that just for a little extra, I guess, traction. It's an option. So go ahead and grab your handles, your arm up for your arm springs. All right, and then of course, if you need more tension on the springs, you can always back away, right? You guys know you can do that. So row your fists into your sternum, elbows are wide here. And then just like we did with our roll up, feel this pinning down through your heels, and go ahead and point your toes. There you go. All right, so if you have the strap, you can always flex your feet. So from here, think stable shoulder girdle, and now roll your pelvis away from your thighs, and then round back for that like half roll back. There you go. And then hold here. Find your inner thighs, think pubic bone curling back to your navel. And now can you take your arms out to the side like a letter T? Palms are facing back behind you. Now press back into spring tension. There you go. And now take your fist back in front of your sternum, and then roll yourself all the way up, 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 getting taller, taller, taller. That was your test run to see if I need to go forward or back. Let's do that again. Roll yourself back. Now we'll do the full, right? So can you keep the shape of your spine? Take the arms out to the side. Really open up through your wingspan. Press the arms back, and now dive the head up and over. There you go, and take your fists into the mat here. Use that to push them down to also lift the ribs, but also create space in your neck. Now lift the arms. Lift the arms, there you go. And now open them out wide to the sides of the room and reach them to your toes and stack your spine up tall. I know on the classical, our springs are hooked from below. I like them high because it assists the lift of the arms. I love that. I get such a lovely shoulder stretch. So 2 more times here. I'm getting excited. I like rowing. So go ahead and roll yourself back. There you go. Keep the shape of your spine. Arms go out to the sides. Thumbs are pointing down. Press the arms back. Dive up and over. Take your fists into the mat. There you go. There's your chest expansion tendon stretch. Lift the arms. Open them out wide, lift, 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 and then circle them around, reach to your toes, get that lovely stretch on the end, and then stack your spine up tall. Last one, best one here. Stable shoulder girdle on the way back. Lengthen the waist. Arms go out. Big wingspan. Press back. Dive up and over. Create space between ribs and hips. Arms lift. Open. Reach around. Reach for your toes and stack your spine up tall. All right. Legs are still at the party. Arms come up to 90. Palms are facing into you. Back is razor flat, okay? So keep that position and now hinge back. We're just gonna do a couple straight hinges here. There you go. And then lift yourself all the way up. You got it. Wrap those pinkies around. Now on this next one, could you go all the way back to the mat? Ribs and head hit at the same exact time. Yes, and then lift yourself up. I like this because it gives you feedback, right? A lot of times my head is forward. Go ahead and hinge back, stretch back. Yes, and then lift yourself all the way up. Yes, last one like that. Go back. Up, hug those elbows in a little bit more. There you go, and then come all the way up. Now we're gonna do 2 with the full. So I want you to hinge back. It may not be as far. And now as you start to come up, punch the arms up to the ceiling. There you go, there you go. Lift up, turn your palms facing down to the floor. Round forward, scoop the arms down and back. Same ending as before, right? They lift up, they circle out wide to the sides of the room, and then back up. Good. So on this one, right, unlike the reformer, it might have to be a gradual hinge up as the arms come up because the right springs can be heavy. So last one, best one here. Hug the elbows in, hinge back. There you go. And now start to punch the arms up as you lift up out of your back. There you go. And now round forward, palms face down, scoop the arms down and back. Find that long neck and then lift the arms in a circle out wide, wide, wide. Beautiful. Just let go of them for a moment. Now come kneeling, facing your tower, and you're gonna be about a straight arm distance away from the uprights. Once again, you can always adjust. So go ahead and grab your handles in your hands again. Shins are about hip socket distance apart. And you know what? I think you could back up a little bit more. I know these springs are kind of long. Okay. So I want you to press down through the shins and the tops of the feet and then find your plumb line. So there's almost feels like you're kind of pitching forward just a hair so you can really feel the back of the legs kick on. Wrap the fists around and with a strong straight arm, pull the arms down and back past your hips if it's available. Now, can you hug your arms into your center line? There you go, and roll the collarbones open a bit more, and then slowly release the arms. We're gonna do it 3 more times. Pull the arms down and back. There you go, feel your sternum, lift up, good, and then slowly release the arms. There you go, reach your knuckles to the floor. Now hold here. Again, find your inner thighs and now turn your head to the right, look past that right shoulder, and then turn your head to the left, look past that shoulder, and then back to center. Slowly release the arms. Last one, best one. Pull the arms down and back. Good. Now if I was there, I would have my hands in your fists. So push down into my hands. Now turn your head to the left. There you go. Turn your head to the right. There you go. Turn your head back to center. And then slowly release the arms. All right, now for thigh stretch, we're gonna have the elbows bent. So row the elbows wide, high and wide. So find your upper back muscles, right? It's just like pull straps too. You're gonna hold this long line with your spine and now hinge back. Hinge back, hinge back, there you go. And now push into your shins and then lift yourself back up. And then if you need more tension, right, you know you can back away. So let's do that again. Hinge back, think pubic bone forward, good. And then push into the shins to lift yourself back up. Inner thighs here is super important, right? It's gonna deepen the stretch for a lot of you. There you go. And then come all the way back up. Now we're only gonna go back about half that distance and we're just gonna do a little twist in the hips, okay? So come back halfway, pause here. Everything else stays stable. Only your left hip, let it go back a little bit and then bring it forward. Your right hip, bring it back a little bit and then forward. There you go. So you're just gonna do a little twist. Yep. Really finding your seat here, right? Because that's going to help bring the hip back forward. There you go. Let's do 3. Neck is still long. Good. Ribs are in. 2. Yep. Last one. Good. Go ahead and find center and then just lift yourself all the way up. Good. And you can just kind of round forward here. Yeah. Just take a little moment, kind of shake things out. And you can go ahead and just let those hang. And then we're now going to turn around and face away from the tower for some more kneeling arms. So let's start a little bit closer back. Yeah, start with like a straight arms distance away, like if you reached back like that from your tower. Yeah, start there and then you guys know you can always adjust. So go ahead and grab a handle in each hand. Still hip socket distance apart with your shins. All right, and you're still gonna keep that same activation through the back of the, or through the top of the feet and all that good stuff. So let's bring your arms up to like, almost like a boxing position. Good. And again, just do what you gotta do so they're not like rubbing or pinching your skin. So I want you to lean forward a little bit. Yep. So now keep this, I guess, long line or this plank position. And now punch your right arm just straight out. Good. And then bring it back in. Punch your left arm straight out. And then bring it back in. Good. Find a strong protraction of that shoulder blade as the arm punches out. There you go. And now I want you to find an inhale as you punch. And then exhale back in. Inhale as you punch. Good. Exhale back in. Last one like this. So one more on each side. And then back in. Last one. Punch out. Good. And then back in. Now we're going to do 3 both arms. So inhale, punch the arms out. And then exhale back in. Good. Try to hold that position of your spine, right? We're not going forward or back. Last one. Punch out. Good. And then back in. Now, I want you to bring those thumbs and index fingers together for your shave. So kind of reach the arms up and away. Start with the arms relatively straight. There you go. You're still keeping that pitch into the wind. And now bend your elbows wide, hands come to your head, and then straighten the arms back out. Good, so the reach comes from your back. Play around with your breath here. So try the inhale as the arms straighten, and then exhale as the elbows bend. There you go. So the reach comes right from here. Sides of the neck stay long the whole time. There you go. Last one. Inhale as you go out. Exhale as you bend. Good. Now send the arms back out. Good. And now open the arms out wide. Find that fist grip again. But now bring the arms back in front of your shoulders. There you go. Kind of turn the palms facing down a little bit. So if you can, lower the arms down a little bit. Open them out to the sides. And then bring them up. So here's where you got to play around with your circle. The bigger the circle, the more you're going to want to fall or the hips are going to come back. So see how big you can make the circle, while keeping the tops of the feet pressing down. I know. Yep. Good. Once the arms come back up, we're going to reverse it. So 3 in the other direction. We'll just do 3 in the reverse. There you go. Think upper abdomen kind of pulling back, pubic bone going forward, just like we do in a lot of other places. Good. And now the next time the arms are up at that high diagonal, raise them up a little bit higher. Good. And now take a wider position with the arms. Yep. You're going to bend both elbows like you're doing a big old shoulder press, and then punch the arms straight out. There you go. Bend the elbows wide, find those armpits, and then punch the arms back out. There you go. Feeling okay? Feeling things? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And just like your shave, think of this as an open hand shave. That's all it is. Good. Last one. Punch the arms out. Now lower the arms down a little bit here. Now we're going to bend the elbows, hands come towards our temples, and then straighten the arms back out. There you go. Think of those elbows constantly spiraling in. There you go. Hang in there. Squeeze the back of the arm as the arms go straight. You got 2 more. Reach out, find that strong protraction. Good. Last one. Good. Punch out. Good. Bend the elbows one last time and just lean yourself back, and you can hang those handles up. All right, so let's go ahead and take the arm springs off and hook up the leg springs. So when we take the arm springs off, we'll just set them off to the side. Leg springs, when you hook them up, they're going to be hanging to where, I guess the bottom of the spring is right about at the mat. If you've got a tower where you're like, well, it doesn't hit either or it doesn't hit right there, then just have it one above. Yep, it's back there. Perfecto. All right. So for here, push through bar shouldn't be in the way, so just let it hang down. Go ahead and lie on your back, head towards your tower. Hands are going to be up onto the uprights. So let's start. We'll start with the elbows bent kind of at 90. We'll start there, and then we'll slide out for in the air. So go ahead and slide your hands up a little bit higher. So where like elbows are bent, like, yeah, there you go. Yep. So that's where your body's going to be. And then from here, go ahead and place a strap on each foot. Since I'm here.
Thank you.
Yep. So straps are going to go into the arches. Make sure that they're evenly placed in your feet here. All right. And so with the arms, right, they're going to be pushing back, but from the back, just like your shave, just like that shoulder press, all right? So go ahead and bend your knees into your chest, and let's go ahead and place your feet on the floor, but like right by your hips. Good. Oh, but let's go springs to the inside. So like a frog. Yeah. So it's a little bit different frog. So from here, feel the push into your hands, feel the ribs soften down, and now you're gonna slide your feet along the mat to straight legs. So keep your heels together, just slide them across the mat. There you go. There you go. And if you can, keep your heels on the floor or on the mat, and then slide the feet back in. Springs go to the inside of the legs. Yep, take some negotiating. I know, so it's a little bit wider frog than what I normally cue. Go ahead and press. You want to say press the carriage out. Press the legs out. There you go. You okay? Something cramping? No, okay.
Just getting the springs.
Yep, and then bend the knees or pull the heels back in. Think of this in a way as like your footwork, right? You're pressing the carriage out. There's a lot of downward energy because what? The springs are coming from up above. Yep, and then back in. A lot heavier, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good, reach, 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 reach. Right, there's your push through bar. We did it at the beginning. Good, and then drag it back in. Good, last one like this. You're gonna press the legs out and then pause here. Still keep the push into the arms. Good, and now find parallel with your legs. Toes are still pointed. So remember all that feedback that you had from the push through bar. We're gonna do our single leg circle here, but we're only gonna do it 3 in each direction. So left leg is gonna stay down. Right leg is going to come straight up. Feel that your right hip is reaching to your left inner thigh. And now we're gonna do 3 circles in each direction, focusing more on that left leg, right? So I think this side was the one that wanted it. Yeah. So if you find that you turn out, right, think of almost finding internal rotation, like the leg is rolling in. And I'm trusting you to find your 3 in each direction. So I think that was 3. Yeah. Oh. Yep, in each direction. There you go. Good. And obviously we can't go huge circles here because of the spring on the opposite side. There you go. Keep pressing down through that left heel. There you go. Push into that spring. Once your leg comes up, right, you finished your 6, go ahead and lower your right leg all the way down. There you go. Pin that heel down. Your left leg is going to come up. Left hip to right inner thigh. Same thing. We do 3 in each direction. So take that visual, right, from what you had earlier from the push through bar and apply it here. There you go. Neck okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. And then you reverse. So often we forget about our standing leg, right? The leg that's down. We're so focused on the thing that's moving. So this spring kind of forces you to like really reach down because otherwise it's just going to kick you back up. Good. Once you finish those 6, go ahead and lower the leg all the way down. Good. And now this is a hip hinge. So legs stay hugging together, legs stay straight. Float the legs all the way up to your 90. Feel that booty gets heavier and now push into the straps to lower the legs down. There you go. And then lift the legs up. Feel the hip creases deepen. Good. Feel that again, your bunions, your big toes, inner ankle bones are all hugging together. Good, 2 more here. Good, last one. Good, lower the legs down, but now find like a 2-inch hover off the mat here. Good, and now I want you to keep a close eye on your springs. Feel or see that they're not jiggling all over the place. And now click your heels together. Yep, little beats here. Yeah, so if they start jiggling, it means you gotta get longer, you gotta reach further into the strap. There you go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here. Float your legs up a little bit higher, keeping the hips down. We're going to do that again. Reach into the straps for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Raise the legs up a little bit higher. Good. Same thing here. Beats with the legs. There you go. And another reason they could be jiggling is just you're slamming your heels together, right? Maybe it's just a tiny little tap. There you go. There you go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Lower the legs all the way back down again. Good. Float the legs back up. Good. And just bend your knees. Just take a quick moment. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of leg springs in the air. If that's not for you, then you can always keep your hips down. So hands still back up onto the uprights, but now straighten the arms. So press yourself all the way out. Hands are probably going to be a little bit lower this time if the shoulders allow. All right, so right now you're doing a handstand with the arms, okay? So go ahead and bring your feet back down for that little froggy position. Knees are wide, heels are together. Yep, and then just go ahead and slide your feet out. Good. All right, so we did this earlier, the one-legged thing with the push-through bar. So start with your feet down. There you go. Good. Now from here, start to curl your pubic bone back towards your navel. Yep. Find your seat, and now could you levitate your hips and your legs up off the mat? There you go. Push into those arms. Feel like you're sliding the arms up to the ceiling. Good. Could you lift up higher with your, there you go. Yes. Good. Now from here, could you get your feet lower than your hips? Yes. Good. Now from here, could you draw little circles with those legs? Just little circles. And remember, you can do this with your hips down. With these circles, focus pushing down, the down part of the circle. Good. You've got 3 and 2. That's it. Last one, good, bring the legs together, find Pilates V. Bend your knees in towards your shoulders and then press the legs out. Think of driving your pubic bone up higher. Good, you only have 3 here, hang in there. Bend it in, good, and then press it out, up and over. Good, bend the knees in, this is your last one. Press the legs out, good, and then just roll down through your spine. Roll down, good, legs lower all the way down to finish strong. And now find that frog as you bend your knees, pull your heels to your seat. There you go, I know, yep. And then just bring your knees into your chest. Go ahead and let go, yeah. So go ahead and take your hands onto the kind of where the buckles are at or where your straps converge, I guess. And now take your elbows to the inside of your knees or your inner thighs. Good, and now push wide and now straighten your right leg out. It's like a little Peter Pan. Obviously your elbow and leg will disconnect and really drive the heel out, flex your feet. Are you getting into like a good inner thigh stretch? And while you're doing this, you're kind of pushing your left arm into your left inner thigh and then go ahead and just bend this knee back in and then do the other side. Yep, and I'll just give you a little put, yeah. I know, right? Especially after all that. Yeah, I know it's a lot, especially with these heavy leg springs. All right, so you're gonna let your leg springs hang, but just make sure that they're out of the way here, and you're gonna reach back for your push through bar. So just make sure that it's not gonna like hit your face or anything. So go ahead and just press the bar all the way up. Perfect. And you're about shoulder width distance apart with your hands. Wrap your fists around, and then let's go thumbs like Lego grip. Perfect. So find the pull apart on the bar, zip the legs up together, and then just keep the legs down to start. And then from here, just go ahead and roll yourself up. Roll your upper body up off the mat. Find the top of just your upper half teaser here. There you go. And then just like your roll back, start to roll your pelvis away from your thighs and now push the bar towards me, or towards the thighs, not to me. There you go. Come all the way down. Good. Let's do that again. Pull apart on the bar. There you go. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Good, yep. And then roll back, stretch back, push the bar towards your lower half, towards your legs. There you go. As hard as that might be, right, to connect to. One more time with legs down. Roll yourself up. Good. Pull apart on the bar. Yep. Roll back, stretch back. There you go. Go all the way back. Now we're going to lift the legs up. Now, if both legs lifting up is not for you, you can always do one leg at a time. You can always keep your legs down, all right? I just figure it might be a nice stretch for the back body for all that leg spring. So when you're ready, pin your heels together, right? If you can, find maybe just a little Pilates V, and then go ahead and start to roll up. Think head and heels lift at the same time. There you go. Again, find the top of your teaser. There you go. You are long, you're amazing, you're beautiful, all the things, and start to roll back, stretch back, push the bar to your thighs. There you go. Head and heels sit at the same time. Yes! A little bit different without the spring atop, but it still gives you that assist, all right? So again, roll yourself up. Good. Find the top of that teaser. Good. Now hold strong with your upper body. Only your right leg is going to lower down and then lift it up. Left leg lowers down and then lift it up. Right leg lowers down, hold here. Left leg lowers down to meet it, and then both legs lift back up. Left leg lowers down. Right leg lowers down. Both legs, they lift up. Good. And then roll yourself back, stretch away. Stretch away. Make yourself longer, 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 longer. Good. Take a moment here at the bottom. Maybe turn your head from right to left. We have one more. All right. So reconnect the arms to the back. Pinch your seat a little bit. Roll yourself all the way up. A little squeaky squeaky. That was like a scary horror movie door right there. All right, so everything else stays stable. Can you open the legs a little bit? Can you lower them down a little bit? Can you bring them together? Up, out, little circles here. There you go. How stable can everything else be while your legs move? Last one here. Good, zip the legs up together. Can you do 2 in the reverse? I know these are brutal. There you go. Keep pulling back through the upper abdominals. Good, once your legs are zipped up. Good, roll yourself back, round back, stretch back, stretch back, stretch back. Good. Once your head hits, bend the elbows wide, push the bar back behind you, and just find a good morning stretch, right? So let the ribs flare. If it feels good, of course. Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and just let the bar hang. Yep. Go ahead and let go. And now flip over onto your stomach. So you're going to be about a straight arm's distance away from the edge of your tower, and we're going to do some extension, kind of a pull straps 1 and 2 combo with the leg springs. So yeah, I lost my words there for a second. Okay, so you're gonna grab onto your leg spring handles. So handle in each hand. So yes, it's a heavy spring, but it's gonna offer you a lot of assistance. So zip your legs up together, right? If this starts to get too much into your low back, I want you to bring your legs slightly apart and actually take your hands into the loops.
Okay.
Yeah, they're perfect, yep. All right, so forehead is into the mat, drive your pubic bone into the mat as well, and now straighten your arms, reach them forward. Reach them forward so they're not in spring tension. I know, do your best on this big mat here. All right, yep, perfect. So find a grip around your handles, and now pull the arms down and back, reach them to your hips and lift your chest up, find extension. There you go. So really feel like you're standing into your arms, and now lift the arms up a little bit, open them out wide to the sides, and then reach them forward as your chest lowers down. So we're going into resistance and then out of resistance. So the challenge is in that middle part, right? Can you keep your chest lifted? So again, pull the arms down and back, stand into your arms, push into my hands here, and now lift the arms. Lift the chest maybe a little bit higher, arms circle around. There you go. Resist the chest from falling down as the arms go forward. Good, yep, it's your butterfly swing or your butterfly stroke. Again, pull the arms down and back. There you go, reach the heart forward. There you go, remember length over height. Good, now lift the arms, open them out wide, lift them up out of the water, and then reach them forward, lower the chest down. We're gonna do 3 in the reverse. I'm gonna hold your feet this time, right? So don't be afraid to push up into me. So arms lift out to the letter T first, push back into spring tension, roll the chest open. Good, and obviously be mindful of your equipment and just lower the arms down to the sides and reach them forward as everything lowers down. There you go. 2 more times like that, out to the side. There you go. Push back. There you go. Chest goes forward. There you go. Good. And then arms swoop down and forward. Now, I know we're kind of late in the game here, but if you're on the floor here, you're just doing the best with these arms, right? There you go. Reach back, reach back, reach back. Reach for your hips. Reach past the hips. Good. And then swoop the arms down and forward. Lower everything down. Good. Go ahead and let go of your straps. Tuck your toes under. Take your hands underneath your shoulders and just sit your hips back for a child's pose or shell stretch. And just round into your back here. There you go. I like that one though, right? The tension really gets this like lift and this traction. Yeah, it's tough though. So from here, keep your toes tucked under, press down into your palms, and now from here, can you just launch yourself out into a plank? Can you just go right out into it? There you go. Good. So if you can, legs will be zipped up together. If you need more support, have them slightly apart. No worries, all right? So feel this lift of your sternum into your back, this kind of pull apart with your arms. And now let your head drop down, round into your spine, bend your knees, sit your hips back. There you go, just like knee stretches off. And then launch yourself back out. There you go, good. Let your head drop, lift into the ribs, bend the knees, sit the hips back. There you go, and then press yourself back out. So as you go back, try not to let everything sink down. There you go. It's your knee stretches off from the reformer. There you go. You got 2 more here. There you go. Launch yourself forward. Good. Last one. Good. You go forward. Now from here, can you slowly lower yourself all the way down? So bend your elbows. Slow, slow, slow push up. Good. And come all the way down. Yeah, good. And then just relax. Good. Yeah. Just let your head hang. Perfect. All right. So now you're going to come up to like a kneeling position facing your tower. So we're going to just do like a little like front splits, nice stretch. Okay. So kneeling facing your tower, the push through bar still does not have a spring on. And you're gonna be maybe a little bit further than a straight arm's distance away from the tower. So go ahead and scoot a little bit closer. Yeah, like right about there is good. Again, adjust, right? Some people have shorter arms, longer arms. So go ahead and grab onto the bar, shoulder width-ish distance apart. And I think you gotta scoot back more. So maybe like 2 arms distance away. Yeah. All right, so shins are about hip socket distance apart, and now bring your right foot out in front of you. So you're in this kind of split position here. Perfect. All right. So even though the legs are split, I want you to again find your inner thighs and then tuck these back toes under. So here's your front split from your reformer. So your heel is kind of pushing back into the foot bar. All right, and then this leg is kind of pulling back towards the back leg. All right, now all I want you to do here is just keep the activation through your legs and just push the bar down and through. Just kind of round up and over. There you go. Keep the tailbone heavy. Good, and then start to stack your spine up tall. You might have to bend the elbows, and you're gonna push the bar up this way, and then drive your pelvis forward. Keep your front heel down, still keep it pulling back, giving you a nice thigh stretch. Good, and now shift the hips back. Good, and now dive up and over. And just like we do spine stretch forward, think chest forward, ribs pulling back. Good, and then stack your spine up tall, and you're gonna push the bar up and through. Hips go forward again, right hip spirals back, left hip spirals forward. Good, yep. And now you're gonna dive up and over. Good, find that strong pull apart on the bar, and then from here, could you stand up, straighten both legs? There you go. Good, so now once again, we're in our front splits. Could you now shift your weight forward, so your back leg floats up? There you go, yep. Good, just be mindful of your equipment here. Good, all right, so now we're arabesque on the reformer. So round and lift into the ribs. There you go, pull apart on the bar. The bar is your foot bar. So lower your back leg down a little bit and then lift it up. Good, lower it down and then lift it up. So everything else stays stable here. Good, if you can, think of swiveling your right heel out to the side. Good. Last one here, hold the leg lifted, check your neck, check your shoulders, and now can you take that left leg, swivel it out to the side? There you go. And then back to your center line. There you go. You decide how far out you want to go. There you go. Think of scraping it across the ceiling, that whole side of the leg, right? It's got to turn out as it goes to the side. 2 more here. There you go. Standing leg, stay strong. Last one, maybe the leg lifts up just a little bit higher as it goes out to the side. Good, yep. Bring the leg back to center. Good, carefully lower the back foot down. Bend into both knees. Take the back knee to the floor. Yeah, and let's do the same thing on the other side. I know it's noisy. All right, so back toes are tucked under. Perfect, so use that to kind of push back. So you're driving this hip forward, nice stretch. All right, so just round up and over. Think like you've got barbed wire on that left thigh, so lift up off that thigh. Good, and then roll yourself back up, enjoy this. Push the bar up and through. So open up your chest, keep that front heel down. There you go, and now pull back through the ribs. Push the bar down, go up and over. Now on this side, think of your left hip reaching down to your right inner thigh the whole time. Good, last one like this. Are you getting a thigh stretch here? Yeah, good. Beautiful. Stack your spine up. Good, we round up and over. Buddha, where have you been? We've been working out here all day. All right, so bar reaches through. My cat's out here visiting us finally. All right, now go ahead and straighten both legs. Stay rounded into your spine, shift your weight forward. So the back leg hovers, find balance, of course. So again, think tripod connection through your front foot. All right, now the back leg, lower it down a little bit and then lift it up. So we're trying to stay rounded here in your spine. If you're like, I don't even know what's happening, just try to stabilize your spine as the back leg lifts and lowers. You can have a soft bend in that front knee, no worries. Good. Now lift the leg up, good. And now swivel the leg out to the side. There you go, reach for that window, good. And then bring it back in line. Now, can you keep both arms straight as you do this? Remember, you're on the reformer. You're pulling that foot bar apart. There you go, keep lifting up through the ribs. Hi, baby. He's like, why aren't you up there? I'm supposed to get up there with you. Good, 2 more here. Reach it out and wide. Keep pulling that heel apart. There you go. And then back to center 1 more time here. You are killing these, by the way. I would be rushing through these if I was you. Good, and then swivel the leg back to center. Good, square everything off. Carefully lower the foot down. There you go, bend into both knees. Beautiful, good. Just go ahead and let go of the push through bar. Now you're gonna spin around and face the other way. For like a little long back arms, just a little chest opening. So kneeling, sorry. And you're gonna grab your push through bar and you're, again, maybe a little more than straight arms distance away from the tower. So I think, yeah, back up a little bit more. Okay, so shins, hip socket distance apart, press down through the tops of the feet and the shins. I'm sorry, baby. I know you guys can't see him, but he's all over the place. So I want you to feel like you're driving your pubic bone forward. You're softening through here. Yeah, and I'm hoping that might even just like that facilitate a stretch, right? So I want you to bend your elbows, really pull the bar into you, right? It's not gonna go a whole lot, but just find your chest stretch and then just straighten the arms back out. Good. Pull the bar into you. It's a little reverse bicep curl, and then straighten the arms back out. And then find like a curl of the wrists. Yep. Did that change the stretch? Okay. And then back out. Good. One more time like that. Good. And now straighten the arms. Find your seat, right? You need support. And now take your gaze up the wall and then lean back. Lean back, right? There's no spring, so just be careful. Keep the pull apart on the bar as always. Good. And when you're like, I want to come out of this, push down into your shins and then stack your spine up tall and do another elbow bend, right? Spiral those elbows in. Good. Press the arms back down, find your upper back, find your seat, and then take your gaze up, find your baby back bend. Yep. Be careful. And then pull the bar into you, stack everything up tall, bend the elbows one more time. There might be another time. Good, straighten the arms back out, take the gaze up, really puff up the chest, drive the pelvis forward, push down into the shins. All these things are happening here. Good, stack your spine up tall, get taller, 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 bend the elbows. I promise this is your one last time. Good, and then straighten the arms and then just carefully let go of the bar, maybe one at a time, and you are done. Nice work today. Yes.